What up, Virginia Jets fans? This is your president, Adam Bartolo, recording live once again from the studio apartment in Newport News. So, it is week 2. It's the home opener, Jets versus Patriots, that classic rivalry. Both teams come into this game 0-1. We know the Jets lost to the Panthers 19-14. The Patriots dropped their home opener to the Miami Dolphins 17-16. So, let's take a look at this match. First of all, when the Jets have the ball against the New England defense, we were very hard on this offensive line, and deservedly so. And now no Mekhi Becton for at least a month, probably closer to 2 months. He's having knee surgery. So for this game, George Fant will be playing left tackle, or he's probably more suited to play anyway, and Morgan Moses will be firmly entrenched on the right side. So it's not just about the offensive line pass blocking, although they need to do a much better job. The tight ends need to do a better job. The running backs need to do a better job. And here's why I say that. The New England secondary is really not good at all at pass coverage, especially without Stephon Gilmore. He's one of the best in the game. He's on injured reserve. He's going to miss at least 6 games for New England this year, the first 6 games. So in week 1, their secondary combined for a coverage grade of 52.8. What does that mean? It means they were 26th out of 32 cornerback units. They're not very good at coverage. Now, we know Bill Belichick does very well against rookie quarterbacks. He's going to bring all these exotic blitzes and hard-to-figure-out packages to try to confuse them. So, what the Jets receivers had to do, Corey Davis, Elijah Moore, now Jamison Crowder, Keelan Cole, and Denzel Mims, if he can get out of the witness protection program. Win those one-on-one battles against those New England cornerbacks and safeties. Win those battles and give Wilson opportunities to throw the ball. And another thing, they got to catch the ball. Did you know last week the Jets receivers dropped 20% of the catchable balls that were thrown their way? So this kid had no help last week, not just from the line, but from his receivers. And don't forget the run game. Last year, New England was 26th in stopping the run. So, Elijah Vera-Tucker was much better at run blocking than he was at pass blocking last week, our rookie guard. He needs to keep that part of his game up. But Connor McGovern, Greg Van Roten at center and right guard respectively, they got to step up and really generate some pressure and open some holes in that run game. For Tevin Coleman, Ty Johnson, Michael Carter, that would be a big deal. Miami, to give you an idea, ran 4.8 yards per carry last week, and most of those runs were up the middle, the interior defensive line of New England. That's where they're vulnerable, not so much on the outside of the field, but the inside. So that's what they got to do this week. All right, so that's the Jets offense. Now let's go to the Jets defense. Trent Brown, who's the Patriots right tackle, was very limited this week with a calf injury. He missed most of the game, and he is expected to play in this game. The hope is he will be limited because without him, their line was not good at all last week. Now, the Jets are missing LaMarcus Joyner at safety for the season. They've lost a couple of linebackers. They signed B.J. Goodson, who I really like, from Pittsburgh, from Cleveland. Very good tackler. One of the things the Jets did best was tackle in the open field. They were not missing tackles. So they really have to zone in on Damian Harris, the running back, defend these, their new tight ends, the 2 New England tight ends. Hunter Henry, number 85, Jonnu Smith, number 81. The Patriots like to play in what's called 12 formation. So that means 1 running back, 2 tight ends. So the 2 tight ends were on the field last week for 32 snaps. They want to use these tight ends together. And between Henry and Smith, they had 8 combined targets in the pass game from quarterback Mac Jones. They caught all 8 of those targets for 73 yards and 4 first downs. So they're excellent pass catchers. That said, they're terrible at run blocking. The Patriots ran 8 carries outside the tackles, not up the middle. They generated 14 yards on those 8 carries. So Jets defenders need to set the edge, limit that run game because they're vulnerable on the outside. Now, Mac Jones, I want to talk about him for a second. He had pretty good numbers last week, but the numbers that stuck out to me, he was pretty good under pressure. Against the blitz, he completed 14 out of 18 passes for 129 yards. Under pressure, he completed 7 of 10 passes. And then on third down, he completed 9 of 12 for 89 yards. How did he do that? Well, what the Patriots did, what Josh McDaniels, their offensive coordinator, tried to do, was give a bunch of shallow crosses, these quick passes to Nelson Aguilar, number 15, and Jacoby Myers, the law firm, number 16. They tried to make it as simple for him as he could. And we know the Jets did not generate much of a pass rush against Sam Darnold last week. They got to step it up. And Robert Saleh really rotated these guys week one. Quinnen Williams, we were killing him. He only played about half the snaps. Right? We couldn't find Quinnen Williams. Well, because he was on the sidelines half the time. John Franklin Myers was the only one who really seemed to generate much of a pass rush. I think at some point you got to play the guys who are making an impact in this game. So that pass rush has to happen, and watch those tight ends, especially without Joyner at safety. That's probably my biggest concern in this game. A couple other notes about the game, and then we'll jump into some club stuff here. Last week, the Patriots really beat themselves. Even though they had the ball for about 36 minutes last week, they outran Miami 124-79. They took 8 penalties and fumbled the ball 4 times. When was the last time we talked about a Bill Belichick-led team beating itself? I don't care who the quarterback is, that is on coaching. And it wouldn't have mattered who the quarterback was, is what my point is. So Belichick is drilling into them, do not beat yourselves, secure the ball, play smart, and do your job, or whatever he likes to talk about. So that's something I find very interesting. Nick Folk will be kicking this week for the Patriots as well. Now, as far as the game goes, AJ Gators, 1 p.m., we'll have door prizes. We'll have 50-50. We're going to have a regular raffle, so bring some cash with you. We're going to have some nice prizes ready for you. And just to look at a few things coming up in the future, Week 3 will be against the Denver Broncos. That's going to be a 4 p.m. start, so it's our 4 p.m. game this year. And I will be hosting halftime trivia Week 4, Sunday, October 3rd, against the Tennessee Titans. We're going to have a premium raffle. And then Week 5, that's Sunday, October 10th. That is our London game against the Atlanta Falcons. That game starts at 9:30, and we're going to be meeting at Arts House. So I'll be putting some more game events up over the next couple of weeks. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up. I'm excited to share it all with you. You guys came out great for Week 1. It was fantastic to see everybody. Now, let's keep going. This is going to be a fun season. We're going to watch these kids grow, and we're going to have a great time watching it. So, I'll see you Sunday. Go Jets.